From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10. They're on 16-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
368.
On second and 11 now. Dalton, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
Dalton, first and 10. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The Saints at 4-3, a game over 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throwing again on second and 10. Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Kamara. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Dalton. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback. And
that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
That's with the extra point. We are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Carr. but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator will say, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forcing incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. P.J. Williams with a pick, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action now, Dalton. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. For the 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and this time he is in. Alvin Kamara with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Max with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 27, Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that is going to fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the Raider who has played in this first half, you just can't hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath to those guys on the defensive side of the ball. You look at big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing his car on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They run. It's Kamara. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st down, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Finding space at the 40. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least 1 tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Raiders 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. Finding Taysom Hill complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
I think a major focus of halftime makes how to be figured out to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you throw that to me at half. Seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Adams, the man in motion right. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. throw knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Carr to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Dalton to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Where they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Darren Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 9, Carr. And my goodness, another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He already had an interception earlier. Now, Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back to the school.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
That's good on the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Looking deep for Adams. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Bilal Nichols there on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. So Dalton now. He's going to go up top again. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
2-2.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Here's Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Below Nichols gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Going for it all. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
93, 52, 93, 368. Stop.
Andy Dalton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick upon his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Dalton now to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Wants to try to end the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr looking deep for Adams. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Carr to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here's Carr. By playing time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's followed all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Paulson Adebo, and the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Oh, passing it. Dalton looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Dalton wants to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, here's Dalton. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Carr. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. So now Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Locke-Sin. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A fumble